Hey everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. This is Kana and you're in my corner. I'm here with my first, or actually no, you're my second special guest of today. I can't even get my guests straight because there's so many. We're gonna have a party, aren't we?
Oh yes, we're gonna have a great party.
What,
Sloppy seconds. I'm your second guest. I'm really excited.
would you like to introduce yourself to everybody?
Yes, my name is Raymond Lenznor. I'm the con chair and founder of Comic-Con in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
And now I've definitely heard a lot about that con, but I'm kind of curious, how did you guys start it? Where was the beginning?
Actually, to be perfectly honest, when I was in high school, I became a decent anime fan and loved the book series Owie House, where a bunch of kids had a great, I guess, college life filled with anime and stuff like that. And so when I came to college, I thought it'd be really cool to create some sort of life like that where a lot of people could have a lot of fun. And I came up with the idea after working some anime conventions on staff and then actually attending MomoCon's How to Run Your Own Convention panel. I thought, hey, I could probably run my own convention. In my past, I was actually a martial arts teacher and dance performer as well. So I figured I could run this like a dance production as a story. And so Comic-Con runs like a story as it goes on. There's a theater show and there's a plot, and we get the audience and the con-goers involved with the plot of the entirety of Comic-Con. It's a lot of fun for everybody.
That's actually pretty cool. That definitely makes your convention unique, and makes it different from a lot of the other ones, wouldn't you say?
Oh yes, I think so. It was basically, I did not know how to run a regular anime convention, so I said, we're just going to make it a story. That's why we started calling them seasons, and Comic-Con Season 1, Comic-Con Season 2, Comic-Con Season 3, instead of year this and that, because they're basically continuations of the same story using the same two girls.
And when you started, did you feel like you were going to start this whole thing alone, or did you rope your friends in, or did volunteers come about? What happened there?
Some of my friends actually call me sneaky. I actually started up a second anime club on the University of Alabama, and I decided I shouldn't call it an anime club because we're going to do other stuff. I ended up calling it the Bama SOS Brigade, based off the anime Haru Suzumiya. I actually got placed in the military section of the university for a while because of the name brigade, and they assumed I was with the military out there. But in the end, I recruited a lot of anime fans, got them all to sign up, show up to the meeting, brought some friends along, and basically told them, okay, we're running a convention.
That must have been kind of a shock to everybody, or it might have been a good party. Like, how did the first year go? How was the planning and everything?
The first year went really well as far as planning goes. I asked a bunch of people for money. I had to get a lot of the university administration to agree on a lot of stuff and work on a lot of stuff. But as far as like guests go, we were looking for say at least a voice actor guest for our first year. And it turned out one of my staffers and one of my friends, her best friend in high school was dating a famous voice actress, and it'd be Mandy Clark from she's the voice of Tomo from Azumanga Daioh, Pen from Neon Genesis Evangelion director's cut and stuff, and she said she'd come on down, with her boyfriend because, we're friends of her boyfriend and stuff. I'm like, okay, we got a voice actor. Okay, we can build off this.
Very cool. And it just kept going from there. I am kind of curious because when I go to a convention, I just even as press or guest or whatever, I, get up so early in the morning and then I conk out at the end of the night. But for you guys, you essentially have to be alert almost 24/7. I can't even imagine it.
Oh, some people would say I was pretty much a wreck on year one. I had real lack of sleep on my part and stuff like that. But year two and this year, this being our third year at Comic-Con, very calm. I take the problems as they come. I plan to make sure that nothing, bad can happen. Or, everything's all planned out for. And when something new comes, I just take it and go. That's it.
And
Oh, go
When,
ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. When the convention actually, happens and it's over and done with for that year, don't you get a sort of sense of accomplishment?
Oh yes, huge sense of accomplishment, especially when we have a sit down Q&A at the very end of our final show, and all the guests, we tell all the con goers, we're like, ask questions, whatever, tell us what we did wrong, because that's mainly what we're looking for is what did we do wrong, what can we do better, and most of them are just like, you did awesome, and it was great, and actually there's a very famous YouTube video, not very famous, but for us it's very heartwarming, where I needed to buy some time backstage before the final skit, and I didn't know how to. I just had to walk up to my tech crew and just tell them we need some time. Play Journey, and they basically just turned on Small Town Girl. They started playing, and the con goers just started. They all lifted their cell phones up in the air. They were waving it around, and a whole bunch of them like went up on stage and just started singing it like crazy, going full forth. And then at the very end, they just started chanting, Kami Khan, Kami Khan. Over it.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
all our con goers just, kind of rushed the stage and started chanting our name. And it was really nice. And then we got to finally start the final closing ceremonies. So yeah, it's a huge, huge sense of accomplishment, especially from what some of the con goers and parents have said.
And with the upcoming convention, I don't want you to reveal too much, but are there any big surprises that congoers should look out for?
Big surprises, huh? Well, I mean, of course, we have our major guests, Johnny Bosch, Kyle Hebert, and Little Karibo, who spoke, with you earlier. I heard that nice little plug he did for us. It was great. We actually have Tom from Toonami. I can't really reveal much about the whole Tom from Toonami thing, but basically we have a lot of games and a lot of events that we have at Comic-Con that will help you support Kosho, our Congo mascot for this year, defeat whatever evils that are coming to Comic-Con to mess us up this time around.
I think that's so cool that your mascots essentially fight evildoers and things like that. It's like a more extreme real life version of Sailor Moon.
Well, actually, last year they fought each other.
Well,
the Congoers got to choose whether they wanted a Kosho or Shio, the light girl or the dark girl, and they fought each other the whole time.
did they make up yet or no, not yet?
Not 100%. Last that happened last year was Shio shouted out, "You should have loved me more" to the Congoers and ran off, and Kosho was like, "I won," and was very happy. But they've been fighting, being sweet to each other on and off on Twitter throughout the year.
I'm kind of curious, is there any long-time goals you have for Comic-Con? Like a guest you really want to come one year, just, personal preference, anything like that?
Personal preference and guests and stuff. Well, I ask like a whole bunch of guests every year, and I take what I can get budget-wise and everything like that by the end of it. So not so much as guests, because I tend to be pretty happy with the guests I get. We had Vic Mañana last year. This year we have Johnny Bosch. So we all have some pretty decent names. I was most excited about Little Karibo when he came, because really basically Little Karibo went to AWA. I don't think as a guest, but just Anime Week in Atlanta. He wasn't a guest. I think he just went as an attendee. And I was like, the 1 year I didn't go to AWA. Like my favorite abridger appears, and I was like really upset. I was like, someday I'll get you to Comic-Con. And he was like, oh, I don't see why I can't go to Comic-Con. And I was like, oh, well then you're coming.
Well, he's very nice, and it'll be nice to see him again, even though I'm not going, which makes me sad. But
I do have a lot of plans for the future of Comic-Con that are still in the works, so I can't really bring that out. But I would like to spread out Comic-Con and maybe make another at least somewhere else in the U.S. I think that it's a lot of fun, and I think a lot of kids benefit from this, because I've seen a lot of them that just they feel, I guess, awkward at school and stuff like that, especially down here in the South where there's not as many anime fans, and so a lot of them came up to me and just thanked me, like teary-eyed too, before, just because this is a place where they can go and make other anime friends, because they feel like nobody else knows it around there. I mean, their high schools and stuff like that, or middle schools. And so I think conventions are a very important deal, and I want to make as many as possible for these kids.
Aw, that's cute. And for a lot of them too, it might be their first convention, and that's always a memory that you'll keep close to your heart. Oh, did we get a drop?
Hello?
Hello? Oh, I think we got
I seem to have lost connection.
Yes, I think we got a little drop here. We'll fix that behind the scenes, but make sure to keep it tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want and nothing you don't.
You need to cry. Let's brainstorm. I could hit you over the head with a wrench, or I could stab you in the gut with the knife. Knife wrench! Practical and safe.
Are you tired of crappy ideas that don't work? So are we. So we invented 918 The Fan. 918 The Fan. Everything you want to hear, nothing you don't.
Knife wrench! For kids.
Hey everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. This is Kana and you're in my corner. We got rid of all the fun little disconnection problems and I have 3 people in here. So for a refresher, Ray, would you like to introduce yourself one more time?
Hello, I am Raymond Lenznor. I am the founder and con-chair of Comic-Con Anime Convention in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
And we also have 2 other people here. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Kosho. Oh.
Always having to butt in, I see.
Oh, whatever. I'm the real con girl this year. Kosho!
But I'm the original con girl, Shio.
Not important.
Aw, you guys seem really, really at each other's throats, but maybe in a sisterly way.
Sisterly love. Yes, I suppose you could call it.
Something like that.
So I'm kind of curious. I heard that sadly one of you came out as the victor and the other one sadly did not. So I'm curious as to what's going to be different this year because one of you won.
Well, this year we plan on having a dark convention, so plenty of villains and dark heroes will be running through the halls. It's gonna be so awesome.
But personally, I prefer a light-themed con because that's when all the magical shoujo come out to play.
So one's the sparkly girl and one's the horror girl. Is that it?
Correct.
Yes, that's how it is.
And you guys actually communicate with your fans over on Twitter and give people updates. Do you guys know what your Twitter name is so listeners can go talk to you?
Yes, I'm Kosho Comic-Con.
Underscore Comic-Con, isn't it?
I believe it is underscore.
Okay, so it's Kosho underscore Comic-Con and Shio underscore Comic-Con.
And now, you guys, what do you like most about the convention?
Feeling all the love and support of everybody who likes to just come out and have.
Seems we might have suffered another drop, sadly.
No.
Dang it.
The sisters are gone.
Now you're all alone. You're stuck with me.
Oh, dear God.
We're trying to get them back, though. But in the meantime, let's stall. Do we have a stall dance?
Stall dance? Wow, wow.
I believe we're back.
Yes, you're back. I'm sorry for that. Assumingly, Skype is not being very kind today. But
Interrupting my dance.
yes, we're making him stall dance for you guys.
So upset.
Okay.
Well, gee, I'm sure sad I missed that.
So you guys seem like you have a lot of fun, but just curious, we did get cut off on the other question. What's your favorite part of the convention?
My favorite part of the convention is being with all of the fans, everybody who just loves to come out and have fun and celebrate love and magic.
And my favorite part is ruling over all my minions. And maybe fangirling over certain Sephiroths.
That's... So I'm going to assume you're not an Aerith fan.
Something like that.
And now, you guys kind of fight with each other, but in a nice way. But have you guys ever really been mad at each other and just not wanted to talk to one another?
Not yet, but she didn't let me help with the con the first year, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. I get my turn this year, though.
Why didn't you let her help the first year?
Yeah, Shio. Why didn't you let me help?
Well, that's a complicated question, and I am not at liberty to speak about it right now.
Oh, I understand. Are you under NDA?
Maybe something like that.
And now I heard that you guys actually, go on stage and perform for everybody and get to talk to all the fans out there. Do you have any big plans this year that concerns that sort of thing?
Well, technically, since I'm not actually part of the convention so much this year, I can't really tell you about my plans.
Mine are secret as well.
So it's a very secretive con, so the only way to see any of this is to go, is that right?
That's correct.
Yep.
And do you guys want to tell everybody out there where you can find information on Comic-Con?
Comiccon.net. KAMICON.net.
She's cute. She's adorable. Your voice reminds me of Monica Rial. I'm just gonna say.
Really? Thank you.
No problem. I did want to say you guys actually have a free convention, and I have to admire that because there's not a lot of times you get to go to a convention that has free admission.
They're gone again.
Yes, they're gone again. I don't think I like their internet connection very much. Maybe you can explain that one though.
Yes. Well, for now it's a free convention. We try to keep it all under budget as possible, but definitely like to have as many fans as possible being able to afford coming out and enjoying a convention. We also try to get the local Armada to help out with cheap hotel rooms. The rates are
They just invade like aliens.
No, it completely caught me off.
Here, just to interrupt Ray.
I'm curious, how did you guys meet Ray?
Well,
when Ray created Comic-Con, we were created too. Like magic.
I do like magic. I think magic should be everywhere, all the time.
They're my lovely children.
So you take very good care of them.
Oh, of course.
And
I
now,
might Shio in this year.
so I'm curious though, you guys fight a lot, but do you have any, nice moments together? Moments where you guys get along?
well, there's always those moments that parents tell you to get along, but this Christmas was actually pretty nice. She let me put my moon up on the tree with her star.
Aww.
We're learning to share. It might still take some work though.
A little bit.
And those are your little hair clips, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm slightly unfamiliar, but you guys have really cute outfits. I gotta say that probably gets people to come in a lot more.
We'd like to think so.
Hopefully.
And now, I asked Raymond this, and I'll ask you guys too. Is there anything really big that you want to happen in Comic-Con's future?
I think we just want it to grow bigger and bigger and get to as many congoers as we can, because it's all about the congoers, really.
We want to have more fun every year exponentially.
And do you guys watch anime?
Yes,
Of
we
course.
do.
Which ones are your favorites?
My all-time favorite is Sailor Moon.
High five.
Yay!
I'm a fan of Elfen Line. It's got a lot of darkness to it.
And a lot of blood.
Something like that.
I have to wonder, do you have a weapon? You sound a little scary.
No, I don't have weapon. I use the power of darkness and cookies to lure in my victims.
And sometimes, in fact, many times, I fall for those cookies, unfortunately.
Oh, but cookies are awesome. Mm. Now, I am kind of curious, is there anything else you want to say to the listeners out there?
We love you for listening, and we'll love you even more if you come enjoy our convention.
We can't wait to see you.
Awesome. And I'm sure a lot of fans will check out the website. And you guys also have separate Facebooks, too. Do you guys want to plug them?
Yeah.
Sure. They're also under Kosho Space Comic-Con and Shio Space Comic-Con.
Very cool. And hopefully people check those out. And I think it's really nice that you guys communicate with the fans and everything, because if they have questions, they're not stuck with Ray, they're stuck with you guys. No offense, Ray.
Oh, okay.
And we love answering those questions.
I know, Ray's getting the shaft here, and he's like, well, fine, be that way. Well, that's what you do when you put girls as the mascots. I mean, come on. And now I'm kind of curious. We actually have a tradition here on 91.8 The Fan, and I was wondering if you guys would like to participate in it. And we've never done it with 3 people before, so this will be fun.
Okay. Let's
Sure, we'd be up for it.
Let's do it.
We ask everybody if they'd be willing to do a radio bump. And basically what we ask people to do is say, my name is, I do this, and you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan. You guys might have to do the first part separately and somebody takes the end part. I think that would be the easiest way to do it.
You want us to go around, introduce ourselves, and then do the ending part together?
Sure, that would be great.
All right. So I guess we all say our names, and then I guess I'll plug what you're listening to 91.8 The Fan, and that's it.
You're tuned into 91.8 The Fan.
Ah, I gotcha.
And we do this live on air for mess ups. No pressure.
Oh, okay.
So whenever you guys are ready.
All right. I guess I'll go first. I'm Raymond Lenznor.
I'm Shio from Comic-Con.
And I'm Kosha from Comic-Con.
And you're tuned in to 91.8.
91.8 The Fan.
Oh,
Hey,
this
you
was
guys finished
gorgeous.
yourself. That worked out really well. Lag worked out in our favor, despite the fact Skype dropped us like 5 times. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks,
you.
Skype.
Thank you.
Thank you
give
for
them
being
more
patient with
cookies.
us.
Not at all. And it's a pleasure having you guys on. There is one other thing I wanted to ask. Ray mentioned that he wanted to expand Comic-Con perhaps to another location. And if that happened, would you guys also help?
We'd love to help.
Absolutely. You don't even have to ask.
You have very loyal mascots.
My loyal minions.
Hey!
That's her line.
I have the minions here.
Well, it's obvious that you guys have a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see what Comic-Con offers this year. It seems like with the mascots and the way you guys interact, it's really unique, and I think the fans really appreciate that.
We hope so.
We appreciate them in return, so, it all goes around.
Awesome. And I think that's all for our interview today. I appreciate you guys so much for being on the show. I'm sorry that Skype dropped us so many times. Cry.
No, it's
No,
fine.
it's not your problem.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's been
It's
so
all
great.
your fault, and we hate you for it.
I think Ray's more the evil one here.
It's always the ones you don't expect.
I'll get my minions to take care of it.
You guys might have to duke it out now. And before they get into an all-out brawl, how about we get off air just in case for the kiddies? Shield your eyes and your ears. But you want to keep it tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want and nothing you don't. If you missed any of this interview, you can catch it on the website over at 918thefan.com in the next 2 days, so stay tuned.